Well, being like history buffs, we were looking at a 1828 map of New Jersey, a Thomas Gordon map of New Jersey, which is one of the best detailed maps of that period. It had indicated like townships and manufactories were on there, whether it was furnaces and forges and churches and taverns. Yeah, we found a pond on there that we realized was Lake Fred, and sure enough, there at the foot of the pond was the cog symbol, which meant sawmill. And that's what did it. We were like, wow, never, the most we had ever heard previous was that some folks knew that this was a cranberry bog, the industry that came after. But never heard anybody with the knowledge that it was a mill. So that's sparked our interest and motivated us to dig deeper.
This actually is a roadway that we're standing on that was in existence. It was on the 1828 map, but had to go all the way back to 1774 when this was a mill dam. The initial survey for the property is 1760. In 1764, it is put up in a newspaper article to be sold. And in 1774, it is used as a waypoint for a survey. That the property that's actually being surveyed is closer to Pomona, but it talks about the road that goes from the old tar kiln to the Robert Smith's mill. Robert Smith mortgaged this mill and used that proceeds from that mortgage to help fund the War of Independence. That's something exciting.
Here we have Lake Fred. This would be the mill pond. This would be the power for the sawmill. They built a dam here. It would also serve as the roadway. It would raise the water up. It would dam the creek, the middle branch of the Nakoti Creek. Raise it to a height of 7 feet or 10 feet. It would produce horsepower. The main spillway is that way. The main creek is that way. The main spillway is that way. But here there would be a bridge and a gate. And they would be able to modulate the amount of flow to the water wheel. If times were really ripping, the water was high, they could ease it back some. And if you look this way, you can see what's left of the head race. Below the water wheel would be known as the tail race. Now here on this mound where you see these yuccas, we presume to be where the actual sawmill stood. The elevation here would be accommodating to a water wheel.
And sawmills are generally relatively longer buildings, so the orientation most likely would be in this direction here.
The original document, the Sharpless survey, 1760, is the one that mentions the beaver dam and also mentions it a good place for a sawmill. And apparently, it was.